When most people hear the words alligator rescue, one of the last places that's going to come to mind is New York State. But I'm on the road right now. I'm headed to Long Island to pick up a little alligator that was being kept as a pet illegally. And this will be the third alligator I've taken in the last 6 months. So I thought today we could chat about how people in New York are getting a hold of alligators and why an alligator is not the best choice for a pet reptile. So stay right here. I'm Mark Perpetua, and this is Croc Chat. All right, so here he is. This is Reggie, the little alligator I just picked up from Long Island, New York. Here in New York, we have to have special licensing to work with or keep alligators for educational purposes, displays, and this guy just didn't have the proper license. So when officials found out and they went to pick up the alligator, he actually tried hiding it in a dresser drawer to keep from getting in trouble. Eventually, the alligator was successfully surrendered, and it was taken to the Islip Animal Shelter in Long Island. And they ran into a lot of dead ends when they tried to find it a home. So reluctantly, they actually put a post on Facebook. And through that channel, somebody saw it and recommended a well-known sanctuary in Florida. They reached out to me and said, since you're in New York, would you be able to help out? And that's how I ended up finding Reggie, or Reggie ended up finding me. When I finally got in contact with the people at the animal shelter, they told me he was doing great, well behaved, as you can see, and that he was about 15 inches in length. But as soon as I got there, I could tell he was a little bit bigger than they thought. He actually measures at around 27 to 28 inches and is definitely a male. I checked it out, and he's in really good health. However, you can't actually tell his age just by his overall size. There's a lot of variables that go into the growth rate of a cold-blooded animal, including alligators and other crocodilians. And my guess would be he's probably somewhere between 3 years old and 5 years old right now. But the big question is, how do people in New York end up getting alligators as pets if it's considered illegal?
There are 10 states in the U.S. that allow people to keep alligators and other crocodilians as pets without any regulations, and New York just happens to be next door to one of them, Pennsylvania. A short ride into PA, and you will see baby alligators for sale at reptile expos for just around $200. At 8 inches long, they are cute and small, but they won't stay that way for long. Without even considering the dangers of a large, powerful alligator, just the size and space requirement should make you realize why they are not good pets. Alligators can grow quickly and require large pools for swimming, area on land for basking, heat, and food. Lots of food. Many pet alligators suffer from metabolic bone disease from improper care. At just 4 feet, they become a challenge to cage, and in the long run, they will live up to 80 years and grow over 10 feet long. Alligators that big will weigh over 500 to 800 pounds. Many think they can just donate an alligator to a zoo when it gets too big, but zoos have limited room as well and usually will not take them. Last year, police found an alligator at a crime scene in Putnam County, New York. When they showed up to investigate, they were surprised by an alligator just over 4 feet long. Not sure what to do with it. It ended up at a facility that wasn't able to keep a gator that large, so I picked that alligator up in September. Shortly after, a young alligator was released and found in a creek in Rockland County. I was called by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation to give that one a home as well. Add to that little Reggie from Long Island, and again, that's 3 alligators in just the past 6 months. And now the task for making more room. Last year, I divided my original outdoor pond into two sides, and this year I've already started digging in an 8-foot pool to make room for the extra alligators that just came in. 2 years ago, I began the Crocodilian Conservation Project to help raise money for endangered species. But it also seems now that I've become the alligator rescue for the Hudson Valley. So, to help raise money for both of these causes, I have produced a merchandise line, including an original book that I wrote that's available on Amazon, as well as my own original artwork. When I'm not working with alligators, I love to draw them. Merchandise is available online at special venues and on my Patreon. Patreon subscribers will not only get discounts to all merchandise, but they'll get newsletters with updates and additional educational material on all things reptiles. I'll leave the Patreon link in the description and comments, and together we could take a bite out of extinction.
As you can see, a larger alligator is definitely a handful. And I do want to emphasize that these are not domesticated pets. So even though they appear to be relaxed and used to being with people in captivity, they are still large predatory reptiles with a wild instinct. And I don't want to be the guy who gets to decide who gets to keep a crocodilian and who doesn't. But I do also want to say that it comes with a great deal of responsibility. You need to have a long range plan before you have the animal in hand, including what's going to happen if it gets too big for you. And of course, making sure you follow all of your state and local laws. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. Go down, drop me a comment, and tell me, should crocodilians be pets or should they not be pets? Thanks for watching. Till next time, later, Gator.